Midnight Meeting Exposed. Diddy's infamous midnight meetings have always been shrouded in secrecy, but now, shocking details are emerging about a private gathering that took place with Hollywood's elite. The meeting reportedly occurred at an undisclosed location, well after midnight, away from the prying eyes of the public and media. This wasn't just another Hollywood event, said one insider. The fact that it happened so late at night tells you it wasn't meant to be known. The meeting has sparked intense speculation about what was discussed and why it had to happen under such covert circumstances.
Now, Combs did not do this all on his own. As I mentioned, Combs has been charged with RICO conspiracy. He used his business and employees of that business and other close associates to get his way. Those individuals allegedly included high-ranking supervisors in the business, personal assistants, security staff, and household staff. The indictment alleges that those individuals facilitated the freak-offs. They booked the hotel rooms and stocked them with the supplies, including baby oil, personal lubricant, extra linens, and lighting. When the hotel rooms got damaged, they helped clean it up. They arranged for victims and commercial sex workers to travel for the freak-offs, and they delivered large quantities of cash to Combs to pay for the commercial workers.
Well, now when we come back, we're going to talk more.
It's a dangerous thing. God protect us from our mind, talking us out of our powers of manifesting anything that we want if we believe in you, even if it's not there, even if it looks like it's not going to come. God, please bless everyone's mind and know that you will always show up and you will show up on time. God, please bless everyone that has had a rough year. But bless us for the good days, the bad days, the days that we have experienced death, the days we've experienced life, loss, happiness, victory. However you give it to us, we want to give you thanks for 2020. 2020 has been an incredible year. 2020 has been a great year. Please bless us that in 2021, we're not the same that we was in 2020, that we have excelled, that we have gone to a higher frequency, a higher level of consciousness, a higher level of kindness, a higher level of self-love to eat the right things and to take care of ourselves, a higher level of self-love, especially, for anybody, but for my people, black people. Please bless them to love themselves enough to start fighting back in any way, because nobody should be oppressed like this. Nobody should be treated like this. And God, I know that you know. And God, give us the courage in 2021, if anybody's being oppressed, to be able to destroy their oppressor. And God, 2020 was something.
The timing of the meeting has only added to the mystery. Why meet at such an unusual hour? What topics were so sensitive that they had to be discussed in the dead of night? As the public learns more about this gathering, the secrecy surrounding it is causing ripples throughout Hollywood. Everyone is now wondering, what was the real purpose of Diddy's midnight meeting?
Combs allegedly planned and controlled the performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent, and he subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse so that they would participate in the freak-offs, and that Combs hit, kicked, threw objects at, and dragged victims, at times by their hair. On one occasion in March of 2016, that conduct was captured on video and later reported in the media. Specifically, Combs kicked, dragged, and threw a vase at a victim in a Los Angeles hotel when the victim was attempting to flee. As alleged, these assaults often resulted in injuries to the victims, which took days or weeks to heal. In addition to the violence, The indictment alleges that Combs threatened and coerced victims to get them to participate in the freak-offs.
Diddy is here in New York, in Manhattan. He apparently came here in anticipation that something like this might happen. What should we understand about what that might mean? It could very well be that this is a federal arrest being processed here in New York.
So, Abby, there are some important things we do not know, including the specific charges that have been lodged against Sean Combs. But there are some really important things we do know. First of all, based on the attorney's statement, based on our reporting, this is a federal prosecution. It's not a state prosecution. The fact that he's being processed in Manhattan tells me that's the Southern District of New York. That's consistent with the reporting that the Southern District of New York had been handling this case. That's the office I used to work at. That's an office that sort of specializes in high stakes cases. Just in the last year or so, Southern District of New York, just as an example, has successfully prosecuted Sam Bankman-Fried, Senator Robert Menendez. The other thing that we do know is a grand jury has indicted Sean Combs, meaning they found probable cause that he committed at least one federal crime. Now, as to what happens next, there will be, likely tomorrow or within the next couple days, but usually in the SDNY, you try to do it the next day, there will be an arraignment, meaning Sean Combs will appear in court with his lawyers. There are no cameras in federal court. He will be advised of the charges against him, and he will almost certainly enter a not guilty plea. But the key thing to watch for is then we'll have the question of bail. Will prosecutors agree to let him out on bail? Will prosecutors ask the judge to lock him up pending trial? That could end up in a contentious argument. So these are things that are going to play out over the next 24 or 48 hours.
Looking at this lawsuit, right, Little Ron, he alleges that, Diddy told him personally that he had with Usher. And when you look at the lawsuit, even though they got Usher's name redacted, you could tell who it is because they described him as the guy that performed at the Super Bowl.
Right.
So, we all know who that is, but how you feel about that, man?
Well, I mentioned that earlier, that he said about Stevie J. The Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a certain feeling, and I felt a certain way when Usher got on Shay Shay, and I don't mean to mention other people's platforms, but he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business, right? I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Bruh, you know I know.
A-listers in attendance. What makes this meeting even more intriguing is the guest list. Hollywood's top A-listers were reportedly in attendance, including some of the biggest names in film, music, and entertainment. We're talking about household names here. One source revealed, these aren't just random celebrities, they're power players. With such a high-profile group involved, the secrecy around the meeting has become even more suspicious. Why did these stars feel the need to meet in private with Diddy, and what exactly were they discussing?
I don't know what those issues are. Like, what is the issue? You see what I'm saying? Like, and I, with M, because like with Nori he had communication. He said, yeah, I talked to the big homie. He was saying to Jay, he was telling me, the white boy wouldn't do the truth without 50.
For fans of these celebrities, the news has come as a shock. Seeing their favorite stars involved in such a secretive gathering raises questions about their involvement in Diddy's behind-the-scenes dealings. Were they there to make deals, strategize, or something else entirely? The public wants to know what went down, and as more details emerge, the pressure on these A-listers to explain themselves is growing. Secrecy raises questions. The sheer level of secrecy surrounding this midnight meeting has set off alarm bells. There's a reason they didn't want anyone to know about this, said one entertainment industry insider. The meeting was not publicized, and attendees were reportedly sworn to confidentiality. With no leaks until now, it's clear that this was no ordinary gathering. The lack of transparency is fueling wild speculation about what was discussed behind those closed doors.
The white guy called for 50 Cent. So I said, who's the white guy? I'm digging this Jimmy Iovine.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, no, Eminem called directly for 50. And he said,
that's his guy.
He said, I can't do it if I can't bring 50 up.
But that's his God.
Right? And I'm like, that's when I start saying crazy stuff because I look and I go, oh, that's your big homie, right? And so you image yourself after a gay painter. Your big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
Oh my God, I think I know where we're going with
So
this.
now look, what I'm saying to you is, look, when
My picture there over Midtown Manhattan. In Manhattan is where it all went down today. A judge denying Sean Diddy Combs' request for bail after he pleaded not guilty to trafficking charges. Fox's Ashley Dvorkin with more.
Rapper Sean Diddy Combs now facing trafficking and racketeering conspiracy charges following a months-long investigation. He appeared before a federal judge in New York on Tuesday, pleading not guilty and will remain behind bars.
What could be so sensitive that even Hollywood's most powerful stars felt the need to keep it hidden? Some are speculating that the meeting was about more than just business. Perhaps it involved decisions that could impact careers, reputations, or even the industry itself. The secrecy is leading many to believe that whatever was discussed, it was something that couldn't afford to see the light of day.
What's up? Check this out, y'all. I am not about to be addressing every last thing that's going on in the world on the internet. But the thing I do have to address is this White Lives Matter t-shirt. I've always been there and I will always support my brother Kanye as a free thinker. But the White Lives Matter t-shirt, I don't rock with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with it. And with the press and with fashion is doing, thinking it's a joke. But right now, all America has planned for us is poverty, incarceration, and death. So before I could get to any other lives matter, which all lives matter, you know what I'm saying? That Black Lives Matter, don't play with it. If you don't wear the shirt, don't buy the shirt, don't play with the shirt. It's not a joke.
Funny thing with the issues with like Puff I was having.
Thank you.
I went to the Waldorf and I saw a couple people who were just standing out in front of the space, just standing there. And I was like, oh man, Puff really does this. And it just made me think I gotta really get on my billionaire shit. So I went and bought a $50 million penthouse and I made back the fleet out because I was like, yo, I can't be walking around homeless like beefing with Puff. You gotta like, you know what I mean? Like, poison me. And by the way, y'all done already fuck with me so much. Y'all already Black Mirrored me. You already made everybody think I'm crazy. You already took my family away. You already separated all my friends. I don't got no celebrity friends. Because when I was on TV, on Instagram saying, I don't know where my child is, and the Kardashians kidnapped my daughter in public, and I didn't have the address of my child, none of these niggas that want to say something
Travis
now.
gave you the address though?
Travis gave me the address.
Right.
But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, fuck you. Hold on.
Okay.
All you fake hard niggas, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck because you can't shoot nobody anyway. And the reason why you got to talk is because you did a deal, you fucking fed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you're gonna go pull my co-car. So y'all niggas shut the fuck up about me. Now let me say it calm. You niggas shut the fuck up about Michael.
Right.
Allegations and lawsuits came apart. Like, why didn't you speak?
Because I can't speak on something that wasn't my experience. And I can't speak on something that I don't know. I can't speak on these allegations because I wasn't around at the time. I don't know that person and that wasn't my experience.
So with you being, I feel like, a survivor of domestic violence, he never hit you in a relationship. He was never violent. Was that something that you had to tolerate, or that wasn't a part of, you know, because I feel like that's the biggest thing to him right now is, you know, what he going through in these lawsuits and, you know, that video that came out. And it's like, I feel like a lot of people are wondering, was that your experience? And I know personally that you've been through domestic violence before, and I don't think that's something that, I know that's something that you've grown from and that you don't tolerate.
Location mystery. Adding to the intrigue is the mysterious location of the meeting. Unlike most Hollywood events, which take place in well-known venues, this gathering was held at a completely private, undisclosed location. It's like they went out of their way to make sure no one could find them, commented one source familiar with the industry. The choice of location has sparked theories that the meeting was intended to keep the public and media completely in the dark.
Now, Fifth, when you continuously call Puff gay, does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said,
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner Thieves in theaters January.
Oh, that's why he says things. He doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he says something fabulous and he goes, yo, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What is he talking about? That's the kind of stuff that when people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Like, he said something to me one time, a long time ago, at Chris Lighty's wedding. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out of no, dude, you take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, nah. You've been saying this for a long time, bro. And like, people like, yo, why is he saying it like you crazy? But
I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties. So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
But I mean, like, why you never went to those parties, bro? Like, you know, those were like the talk of the town back in the day. Like, is there like a reason why you ain't go?
I'm just not with all that freaky shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal. You go to the 90s and Keefe D said he paid him to kill Tupac. It's a little, like, you get the craziest accusations. You had TMZ created a docuseries, they went to Tubi, but the series is saying the downfall of Diddy.
But you like one of the first people to like, in entertainment, to call out these people, these crazy people, bro, and that's, you know, and we all like, we rooting for you, because we know like the underdog is, like, how did that come about? Like, what makes you so special that you're able to do this?
Yeah, I don't have a support system. I don't have a support system of a peer group of.
Why would Diddy and these celebrities go to such lengths to stay hidden? Some suggest that the location itself might hold clues about the purpose of the meeting. Was it a private residence? A secret venue known only to Hollywood's elite? The mystery surrounding the location is only adding fuel to the fire, and as more people dig for answers, the questions keep piling up.
Kim unfollowed Diddy 24 hours before that happened. She and Chris has close ties, but the FBI and law enforcement, they know something was gonna happen. They know everything.
Any man that has a sister, any man that has a friend that's a girl, any man that has a child, you understand, who saw that, if they wasn't appalled.
Zionist media handlers surrounding her, all in and out her Hulu TV show, all in and out her family, all in and out the house that I created for my family. But she's not here just to have content up on adult channels. She's not here just to have that last interview magazine.
Kim is a friend of mine. We always talk about everything that's going on in the system, and I think she's doing a lot of good work. She's doing a lot of work more than other people who have platforms who might even came from that situation. So.
Breaking news tonight, Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel this evening after a grand jury indicted the music mogul. His attorney tells CNN that he is currently being processed. The charges are unclear as of this moment. Joining us now is CNN's entertainment reporter Elizabeth Wagmeister, and also with us CNN chief legal correspondent Ellie Honing. Elizabeth, you were a big part of revealing some details about Diddy's conduct in private over the course of the last couple of months. That video led to a lot more scrutiny on what he has been accused of. What do we know at this point about what this case might ultimately be about?
Abby, at the moment, we don't know what the charges are. I have
information that he was arrested tonight at a Manhattan hotel. He is currently being processed. I heard from his attorney, they are still maintaining his innocence. They said that in anticipation of these charges that Diddy relocated to New York last week. And here's a statement that I have from his attorney. He says, "We are disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs by the U.S. Attorney's Office." He goes on to say that he is an imperfect person, but is not criminal. Now, Abby, that video that you just spoke about was a few months ago when our team broke this disturbing video of Diddy violently assaulting his ex-girlfriend, Cassandra Ventura, better known as the singer, her stage name, Cassie. Now, up until this point, when we broke this video, Diddy had denied the allegations against him. Cassie is one of 10 civil suits against Diddy, 9 of which he is accused directly of sexually assault. Up until that video, he denied everything. After that video came out, he changed his tone. He apologized for his conduct in that video. But I have to tell you, Abby, just as of last week, a former member of Danity Kane, which was one of the bands from Making the Band, Diddy's show that was on MTV, she sued him for sexual assault and other disturbing allegations, and he denied that. So he continues the denials, and he still maintains his innocence.
Rumors of deal making. Speculation is swirling that the midnight meeting was centered around high-stakes deal-making. There's a lot of talk that this was about securing power and influence, said one industry insider. With Diddy at the center, many believe the meeting was about negotiating secret deals that could impact the future of the entertainment industry. Some even suggest that the attendees were working to form alliances or secure lucrative contracts that would never be revealed to the public.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, just let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed, at all. Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Fresh
off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like just back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get them early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this for me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes. And we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking stupid. Listen.
We're having a good time, yo. Usher made it in the... Hey, yo.
If true, this would explain the need for such secrecy. Deals like this, involving Hollywood's biggest names, could shift the balance of power in the industry. This isn't just about one deal, it's about setting the stage for something much bigger, said the source. As more details emerge, people are beginning to wonder if this was just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Diddy's influence in Hollywood. Celebrity bonds under scrutiny. The leaked details of the meeting have put the relationships between these A-listers under the microscope. It's clear from who attended that there are some very strong behind-the-scenes bonds, said a Hollywood reporter. Fans have always speculated about the tight-knit connections among the industry's elite, but this meeting brings those relationships into sharp focus. Are these celebrities working together in ways that the public never knew about? The secrecy of the meeting has left many wondering if these bonds are as innocent as they seem. Were these stars simply collaborating on a project, or was something more strategic going on? The public's curiosity has been piqued, and as people analyze the relationships between those who attended, it's becoming clear that this meeting could have long-lasting implications for Hollywood's power dynamics. Panic among attendees. Since the news of the midnight meeting broke, some of the celebrities involved have reportedly gone into damage control mode. "There's a lot of scrambling behind the scenes right now," said one industry source. "The attendees are worried about how their involvement in such a secretive event will be perceived by the public. With speculation running rampant, these stars are trying to manage the fallout before it gets out of hand. For some, this means issuing vague statements, while others are staying silent, hoping the story will blow over. They're definitely on edge," said another insider. "The pressure is mounting, and as more details about the meeting come to light, the attendees will have to face the music sooner rather than later. The question is, will they be able to explain themselves, or will this secret meeting end up causing more damage than they anticipated?" Possible political ties. Adding yet another layer of intrigue is the rumor that the midnight meeting wasn't just about Hollywood, it may have included political figures as well. "There's talk that this wasn't just a meeting of celebrities," said a source close to the situation. If true, it would mean that the stakes of this gathering were even higher than anyone imagined. With politics and entertainment often overlapping, some believe this meeting could have been about more than just industry deals. It might have involved conversations that reach into the political sphere. If political figures were involved, it would explain the extreme secrecy surrounding the event. The possibility of such high-level discussions taking place behind closed doors has sparked a wave of speculation about what really went down. Could this meeting have implications that stretch beyond Hollywood? Only time will tell, but the idea that political power was involved has left many questioning the true nature of the gathering. Diddy's influence question. With Diddy at the center of this midnight meeting, his role in Hollywood's power structure is being closely examined. He's always been seen as a big player in the industry, but this meeting makes you wonder just how much influence he really has, said an industry observer. The fact that so many major stars were willing to meet with him in secret suggests that Diddy holds more sway than many realized. This has led to questions about how Diddy has built such a powerful network and what he plans to do with it. "It's not just about fame, this is about control," said one source. Diddy's ability to bring together Hollywood's elite for such a private meeting suggests that he's more than just a music mogul. He's a key figure in shaping the industry's future. As more people look into his connections, it's clear that Diddy's influence goes deeper than most people ever thought. Fallout from the revelation. Since the news of the midnight meeting leaked, Hollywood has been buzzing with speculation about the fallout. "This is a game changer," said a media analyst. "People are going to start asking a lot of questions about who's really pulling the strings in Hollywood. The public is already demanding more information, and the pressure on the attendees and Diddy himself is mounting. With so many unanswered questions, the media is circling, eager to uncover the full story. For Diddy and the celebrities involved, the fallout could be huge. Their involvement in such a secretive meeting has raised eyebrows, and as more details come to light, it's clear this story is far from over. Will they be able to navigate the scandal, or will this revelation have lasting consequences for their careers and reputations? Only time will tell, but for now, the public is watching and waiting for the next bombshell to drop.